Hello, dear students. Let's see one more example of decomposing a table into BCNF. Now, I have purposely taken a very simple example here where relation R is having three attributes A, B, C, and these are the dependencies. Now, first of all, let's check whether this is in BCNF or not. For doing that, we will have to find out the candidate key, and we can see on the right hand side of these FDs, A is missing, isn't it? So A has to be the part of the candidate key. But if you find A closure is simply going to contain A. Just check out. So A alone cannot determine all the attributes. Then let us find AB closure, and AB closure is going to contain AB, and AB will bring in C due to the first dependency. That's it. That means AB is able to determine all the attributes. So AB is the candidate key. The second possibility is BC. Can BC be a candidate key? No, BC cannot be candidate key because A has to be present in the candidate key. Watch out again, the right hand side of all the dependencies do not contain A. So A must be part of the candidate key. So it's senseless to check is BC a candidate key, isn't it so? What about AC? Can it be a candidate key? Yes, it might be because it contains A and we have added C to it. But if you find AC closure, this is going to contain A, then C, and C will bring in B. So even AC is the candidate key. So there are two candidate keys here, AB and AC, and there cannot be any other candidate key because A must be the part of the candidate key. I hope AC closure contains AC and C determines B is given. So C will bring in B. So this AC can also determine all the attributes. So AB and AC are the candidate keys. Okay. So now let's see if AB and AC are the candidate keys, the first dependency is in BCNF, isn't it so? Because first dependency is in BCNF because left hand side is a super key. But the second dependency, C determines B, is not in BCNF because left hand side is not a super key, isn't it? It has to be either AC or AB or bigger than AB or bigger than AC. So second dependency is not following BCNF. But wait a minute. This table agreed R, this table given is not in BCNF, but R is in 3NF. Check that first of all. R is in 3NF. What's the rule? What is the rule saying? R is in 3NF. Why? Because X determines Y. If this is the dependency, then X has to be a super key. Either is the word. Either X is a super key or Y is a prime attribute. Prime attribute. Every dependency should be of this form to be in 3NF. So you tell me which are the prime attributes in this example? Yes, A, B, C, all are prime attributes. Hello, are you understanding? All are prime attributes because C is present in one of the candidate keys, B is present in this candidate key, and A is of course present in all the candidate keys. So the keys, the attributes which are a part of the candidate key are called prime. They are important attributes, isn't it? So all are prime. So coming to the discussion, is this table, okay, this table is not in BCNF, but is this in 3NF? Yes, because here, watch, for this FD, left hand side is a super key. Remember, AB and AC are the candidate keys, isn't it? So left hand side is a super key. Done. And is this C determines B? Is this in 3NF? Is it 3NF? Yes, because although left hand side is not a super key, but right hand side is a prime attribute. B is a prime attribute. In fact, all are prime attributes, isn't it? So this table is in 3NF. Remember now, wait. Exactly, follow me. This table is not in BCNF at the moment, but it is in 3NF. But recall, for a table to be in 3NF, the table has to be in 2NF. Only then it can be in 3NF. Remember, table is in 3NF only if it is first of all in 2NF. So let's check whether it is in 2NF. Silly it is. It is silly. If we have proved that this table is in 3NF, then it has to be in 2NF. But let's do some silly things. Is this in 2NF? Now, what is the rule of 2NF? Now, the rule in 2NF is that if X determines Y is the dependency, then every such dependency should not be partial. What is partial dependency? If left hand side is subset of candidate key, subset of candidate key, correct? We remember we have two candidate keys, A, B and AC. So left hand side is a subset of candidate key, and this subset of candidate key determines non-prime attribute. This is so important, non-prime attribute. This is called partial dependency. I don't mind discussing a few things repeatedly. What is partial dependency? If the left hand side is a part of the candidate key, and look at that word, and right hand side is a non-prime attribute. That means part of the candidate key is determining a non-prime attribute. Only then it is known as partial dependency. And if there is any such partial dependency, then the table is not in 2NF. But this table has to be in 2NF. Come on, it is in 3NF. So it has to be in 2NF. Let's prove. Let's prove. Very silly thing we are doing. There is no sense in proving. But anyway, AB and AC are the candidate keys. So first of all, you watch this dependency. Is this partial? No, because left hand side is a complete candidate key. It is not the part of candidate key, isn't it? So this is not partial. Okay, look at this. C determines B. Now somebody would feel that, hello, left hand side is the part of AC, isn't it? It is a subset of this candidate key. So this is partial. No, no, no. Part of the candidate key must determine non-prime attribute. Hello everyone, are you listening? But B is a prime attribute. All attributes are prime, isn't it? That means although the left hand side is the part of the candidate key, but this part of the candidate key is recognizing or determining a prime attribute. This is not partial dependency. So all the dependencies are non-partial. Then this is in 2NF. So it is in 2NF, correct? No partial dependencies. It is in 3NF, and it has to be in 1NF. Come on, any table is always in 1NF, but it is not in BCNF. It is not in BCNF because if AB and AC are the candidate keys, then the first one follows BCNF. Left hand side is a super key, but the second does not follow. Left hand side is not a super key. So what we do, as usual, we find C closure because C determines B is violating the rule, isn't it? So we find C closure, and come on, C closure is going to contain C and B. Agreed? Yes. Now we write all the three attributes A, B, C, and we say, look, C closure is going to take away B with it. So we'll strike away B, and BC becomes the one table. And what remains is A and C in the other table. Let's say R2. Now, first of all, is this lossless? Is this decomposition lossless? For lossless, there has to be a common attribute, isn't it? C is common. And C closure, come on, C closure has brought in B. That means C is the candidate key here. So the common attribute C is the candidate key in at least one of the tables. So this is lossless, correct? And is this dependency preserving? Now, out of the two dependencies, C determines B. C determines B is followed by R1, correct? So this C determines B is preserved, but there is no way, check it out. A, B determines C. This dependency is lost. It cannot be satisfied by R2 because B is missing here, and AB determines C cannot be satisfied by R1 because A is missing here. So although this decomposition is lossless, but it is not FD preserving. Now before you jump to any conclusion, are these two tables R1 and R2 first of all in BCNF? Just check. C determines B satisfied. This is FD on this, and C is the candidate key. So this is a super key. So this FD follows the rule. Now there are no FD is preserved as such on this. But remember, there are only two attributes on R2, isn't it? Oh, what a thing here. You see, R2 contains only two attributes, and any table which is in two attributes is always in BCNF. So we wasted our time on R1 also. This also contains only two attributes. So what is the sense in checking this particular FD? This has to be in BCNF. You recall in one of the earlier videos, I told you some important facts about 3NF and BCNF, and I said if a table has two attributes, then such a table is always in BCNF, isn't it? I hope you have understood this exercise and you saw that BCNF, decomposing a table into BCNF, is always lossless. Agreed. It has to be lossless, but it may not be FD preserving. But remember, whenever the tables are in 3NF, when you decompose tables into 3NF, then it is both lossless and always FD preserving. So 3NF always gives FD preserving. Thank you very much.